Hello everyone, my name is Tojo and welcome back to Warcraft 3 Reforged. Last episode, Tyrande and Malfurion managed to awaken the Druids of the Claw. Now we're on our way to go awaken the Druids of the Claw. Let's get on with that in Chapter 5, Brothers in Blood.
These barrow deeps have remained untouched for nearly 3,000 years. Still, there's no telling what creatures may have taken up residence after we sealed these tunnels shut.
There is nothing to fear in this place. The only enemy that has ever given me pause is now corrupting the lands above us. Let us be done with this business and get back to the surface.
Agreed. Just be careful. There is no telling how the Druids of the Claw will react to us after all this time.
Alright, Dungeon Crawler.
Here
we have our intro into the Druids of the Talon. Another spellcaster that the Night Elves have access to. Well, I guess it's the first actual spellcaster. The Dryads are...
Hi!
I don't really think they count as spellcasters.
Making trails.
They're a debuffer. So they counter things like Bloodlust, Inner Fire, stuff like that automatically. These would be our first proper spellcasters, and they're mostly focused on crowd control. They come with autocast. Come with Fairy Fire on autocast to reduce the target enemy's units. Reduces the target enemy unit's armor by 4 and gives vision of that unit. So if whatever we use it on manages to slip away, we'll be able to maintain sight on it as if it was our own unit for 90 seconds. And then they also have Cyclone, tosses a target non-mechanical enemy into the air, rendering it unable to move, attack, or cast spells, and stopping others from attacking or casting on it. So it's similar to Banish. For 20 seconds. Oh, wait, let's do voice lines.
Thy bidding. Out with it. This outfit is for the birds. I'd tell you more, but then I'd have to kill you. I am the Dark Knight, elf. Don't tell me I'm allergic to feathers. I ride on the great winds. I am silent, but deadly. Talon, Druid of the Talon. How about if I just stand over here? I am prepared. Thy bidding.
I don't remember what the Druids of the Talon, I never really use them all that much. I tend to use the Druids of the Claw. I don't remember what their voice lines were, so I don't know what about it, but that sounds slightly unnerving.
Someone threatens the wild.
I'm not sure how to describe it. It sounds like
immediately.
Not the quality of voice line that I would have expected from Classic. Just out of my
as the goddess
very jacked up
wills.
memory of Classic. But
these cave spiders
I don't know, something
are
about it
enormous.
sounds off, as if it's a
I sense a strange darkness tainting them. They have been transformed by a great evil.
I don't know what it is about the Druids of the Talon's voice lines. They probably haven't been changed.
By Elune.
But
as the
something
goddess
about
wills.
it strikes me as odd. Let's see what we got here. Potion of healing.
As the goddess wills.
If Malfurion levels will have access to healing.
By Elune.
So
be it.
That's lovely. And just like Thrall in the Dungeon Crawler missions, we don't have access to Scout Owl.
Immediately. So be it. By Elune. As the goddess wills.
Yetis, Wendigos.
In the name of Cenarius!
Immediately.
Scroll of healing, Malfurion, go pick that up.
So be it.
Gotta watch our huntresses.
By Elune,
Alright, so moving
as
on.
the goddess wills.
Spider webs everywhere. Also
So
some
be it.
totems. I guess there are druids down here,
Immediately.
so technically there could be
By Elune,
humanoid structures.
as the goddess wills. By Elune,
Uh-oh.
so be it. Immediately,
Okay. Got some undead over here.
as the goddess wills.
What is that? I might have picked them the Revenant ones.
By Elune,
See, I think Malfurion does have access to, what's this? Greater healing.
Inventory is full.
I think Malfurion does have access to his Force of Nature spell. I think
Immediately.
mushrooms in the caves would count as trees.
as the goddess wills.
Like these giant mushrooms here. Give me. Yeah, they count. So maybe guys
So
have to
be it.
leave.
Okalamdor,
On the lightning shield.
Inventory is full.
Here, that's kind of full. Malfurion can burn the scroll because the healing one's a bit more potent.
It shall be done. Anudora. Ashtherodanador.
Okay, that
For
just
Kalimdor.
moves around.
Anudora.
So where are we gonna go? Looks like that's just the dead end over there. And
It shall be
spiders
done.
down here.
For Kalimdor. Ashtherodanador. For
Let's
Kalimdor.
just clear him out for the experience.
Anudora.
Also the chance of potions. Spider Ring is plus agility, isn't it? Yeah. Agility 3, Gloves of Haste, Claws of Attack,
by Elune,
Passes over heals. It's a lesser potion anyways.
as the goddess wills. Immediately. So be it.
Again, potions are nice,
By
especially if you
Elune,
start running low on units, but I tend to get more use out of constant passive effects than the first two.
as the goddess wills.
Tiny ass effect.
Immediately.
Anudora!
Healing.
It shall be done. Ashtherodanador.
Just remember where I left or dropped the potion in
By
case they come
Elune.
back for him.
So be it,
Continuing on, is this a ledge?
as the goddess
Or is
wills.
that something that I can...
Anudora.
Potentially. That's interesting. I don't remember this. The largest panda? I definitely don't remember that. Have I missed this out of the
Immediately.
years and
Our
years I played the
warriors have
campaign?
engaged the enemy.
That's hilarious.
Immediately.
And he's getting stuck on pathing. Okay, what even is this? So yes, confirmed, pandas were in WoW long before Kung Fu Panda. Just saying. Why is this here? I don't remember this at all.
By Elune,
Spell moves, nice.
as the goddess wills.
What the hell?
So be it. So be it. By Elune.
How have I never known about that?
Immediately.
Okay.
As the goddess wills.
That's delightful.
Immediately.
As far as I can tell, the map is
By
the same. I
Elune.
just guess I've never been up in that corner.
As the goddess
Let's
wills.
keep running around the sides then.
So be it. So be it. Demon bile. This must be what cursed the spiders.
If the corruption can do this to these simple creatures, I dare not imagine what it could do to the beasts who live above.
We must put an end to this corruption, no matter the cost.
Anudora.
Oh, there's a fountain nearby somewhere. Well, not that fountain.
In the name of Cenarius.
O Kalimdor. Immediately. As the goddess wills.
I might lose the hunters.
So be it.
I wonder if there's going to be an optional quest to purify that wall there,
Immediately.
because I could really use a health well. There's a campfire down
As
here
the
for some
goddess
reason.
wills.
For bolts?
By Elune.
Old priestess, we need your help. Our shaman was bitten by a strange spider and has become deathly ill. Our tribesmen have run off, leaving us to fend for ourselves.
What would you have us do?
The waters of the nearby Fountain of Life can save him, but we dare not leave him in this state. If you can fill this vial with its waters and return it to us, our shaman's life will be saved.
If his wisdom will prevent you from turning feral like your tribesmen, I will gladly save your shaman.
Yeah, only problem is the Fountain of Life is corrupt.
Immediately.
Wait, there's another Fountain of Life? Who's got the vial? Who's got the vial? Oh, fearing you're picking up the
So
vial.
be it.
So I guess it's just straight through here. Can I go back around to get it? No, it's cut off over there. Okay.
By Elune. As the goddess wills.
I'm undead.
Immediately. So be it. By Elune. As the goddess wills. By Elune. As the goddess wills.
I guess the interesting thing is that the barrow dens that we see in
Immediately.
Warcraft are much more
So be it.
maintained and man-made, it would seem,
By Elune.
than what we are seeing here.
The goddess calls.
It shall be done.
Ashikoramas.
Everything, like, everyone's dead.
For Kalimdor.
Okay.
This must be the Fountain of Life. I need only place the vial in the fountain's waters.
Well, that killed everyone.
It shall be done. Pathetic. pathetic wretches.
Why that one didn't strike back, but okay.
Anudora.
Let's heal up what we have here. I wonder if I could have gone around the other way and not engaged the 4 lizards without healing. Or I could have probably used Force of Nature to distract them while we snuck around. There's a couple ways I probably could have done that better.
For Kalimdor. Ashtherodanador.
Let's just make our way back over here,
Ashtherodanador.
collect our reward, and then move on. But yeah, the barrow dens we see in WoW aren't the kind of places that they would just leave abandoned for unattended for like 3,000 years.
Elune be praised, priestess. Truthfully, we doubted that you'd return. Now our shaman has a chance. Again, I must thank you for your help. Take this talisman. Should you require our aid, it will summon us to fight at your side.
So we got Talisman of the Wild, Mystic Stone summons a Furbolg to fight for you. Contains 3 charges, lasts 180 seconds. Nice.
For Kalimdor.
Definitely keep that.
Anudora.
Summon items are one of the things
It shall
we
be
wanna
done.
just toss out because they're pretty potent. There's something over here.
Ashtherodanador.
Send the trains off ahead of us. And then use the second cast to clear out the rest of the way. There is... What is this? Oh, I know what this is. I forgot that was in this level. We'll get to that in a second. See if there's anything down here. Seems fairly clear so far. Here's a thing. What you guys do with that? What other things could I be missing? Just looking at the terrain, this all seems to be cut out. That's where the panda was.
What threatens these lands?
Our warriors have
The land
engaged
and
the
I
enemy.
are one.
Let's see what's in here.
How dare you! Torfala Nordora.
A sheep?
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Sheep?
It shall be done.
Our
Sheep aren't
warriors
native
have
to Kalimdor,
engaged
I
the
don't
enemy.
understand. Sheep? Should I have kept it alive for something?
For Kalimdor.
Immediately,
Why sheep? Hello?
as the goddess wills.
Okay.
The pathway cuts off to the south, but this doorway looks promising.
Oh no. How could I have forgotten?
How could I have forgotten?
What is behind this door that worries you, my love?
This door leads to Illidan's prison, Tyrande. We should go. Now.
Illidan? It's been 10,000 years. Could he still be alive? We should free him. He would be the perfect ally against the undead and their demon masters.
No, Tyrande. That beast must never be set free.
But he is your brother.
Be that as it may. He is far too dangerous. I forbid it.
Only the goddess may forbid me anything. I will free Illidan whether you like it or not.
Okay, well she's buggered off. And we have people again.
Anudora. For Kalimdor.
Okay, so Illidan Stormrage is Malfurion's
Anudora.
brother. He was... Yeah, Illidan was
It
the
shall
one
be
who was
done.
born with amber eyes, which is a sign of
Ashtherodanador.
it's like a portent of great destiny
Anudora.
and nobility among night elves. But he's a fairly
shall be
powerful
done.
sorcerer. Also, he dabbled.
For Kalimdor.
When I say dabbled, he was also fairly. He practiced both sorcery and druid teachings. He did his druid training with Malfurion under Cenarius, but Cenarius granted Malfurion. I believe he granted Malfurion Ascension
For
as his
Kalimdor.
chosen student. So
Ashtherodanador.
Illidan's always been at odds with his brother. Let's use some of our.
That's a given.
Oh, lovely.
No one shall be the wiser.
What threatens these lands?
Yeah, we now we got possessed.
The land and I are one. Anudora.
I lost my train of thought already. Don't.
Dulled my senses.
Crap.
It shall be done.
Anyway,
It
so
shall
Illidan and
be
Malfurion
done.
have always been at odds with each other.
Anudora.
We'll get more into Illidan's
Ashtherodanador.
story in a bit, actually.
For Kalimdor.
But, yeah, he and Tyrande and Malfurion have a long history together.
It shall be done.
What's this? Just enter the map, I guess?
Something is amiss. Let me
bubbles.
pass. The Archdruid of the Moonglade demands passage. Has sleep dulled my senses? Anudora.
Is there trouble?
The land and I are one.
There's an extra hidden something over here. I don't think I ever properly explored the map.
Ashtherodanador.
There's actually a lot happening. Send you guys through Malfurion, come back down and
What
see what's going
threatens
on
these
here.
lands?
So it looks like there's a little tunnel over here.
For Kalimdor. Has sleep dulled my senses? Ashtherodanador. It shall be done. For Kalimdor. Something is amiss.
Are we being invaded? For the trees.
Anudora. For Kalimdor. Press the attack! Pathetic wretches. Ashtherodanador. Anudora. It shall be done.
Okay.
It shall be done.
Our prize for doing that
Ashtherodanador.
was consumed immediately, so a bit useless, but it's still
Anudora.
interesting that it's there. I also saw something up here that might be worth looking into.
For Kalimdor. Ashtherodanador.
Of course, I need to wait for him to get mana back. Have you guys push while you're
Has sleep dulled my senses? For Kalimdor.
What is the thing?
Something is amiss. What threatens these
All I
lands?
can do is just sit there and wait. What else can we talk about while we're waiting for this to happen? Wand of negation.
The land and I are one.
Trying to think if it'd be worth it. I think I'd take it over the Ironwood branch in all honesty, but I don't have them the
What
magic gate over
threatens
there at
these
the moment,
lands?
so
It
if we
shall be
remember it, we'll
done.
come back for it before this ends.
Anudora.
Yeah. Tyrande, Malfurion, and
For Kalimdor.
Malfurion and Illidan really grew up together. They were best friends, really. Malfurion and Illidan being brothers, and both of them had eyes for Tyrande, but Tyrande favored Malfurion,
Something
which
is amiss.
Turn back. You are unworthy to bask in the Bear God's presence.
Bear gods? Has sleep dulled my senses? Perhaps the creature was referring to the sleeping druids of the Claw. But why would he call them bear gods when they appear as I do?
Why do you think? But yeah, even Tyrande favoring Malfurion was,
Anudora.
let's just say not good for Illidan's self-esteem, and that has, he developed some issues. For the amount of edgelord that Illidan is, he's a very sensitive boy. Alright, you know what, just... I can't target myself, shite. Also attack +9.
Ashtherodanador. Anudora. It shall be done.
And yes, I'm aware I'm taking damage from the lightning shield as well, but hopefully this will balance itself out.
How dare you!
Especially if I do something like that. Well, it gets
For Kalimdor. For Kalimdor.
Okay, don't die.
It shall be done.
Genius!
Our champion has fallen.
Okay, where's my last checkpoint? First I lose literally all of my units. And then I do it a second time. And then I let him sit there too long. Okay, moving
Anudora.
onwards.
Ashtherodanador.
I'm just gonna leave that in.
It shall be done.
I could just cut back to that cutscene and no one would ever know.
Ashtherodanador. For Kalimdor. Anudora.
Okay, so let's be smarter about dealing with these things.
The land and I are
Just have
one.
Malfurion take the lead here.
It shall be done. Anudora.
So the ghosts can possess, they just weren't doing it in the other mission.
Ashtherodanador.
Some fun AoE shenanigans
Has
going on
sleep
here.
dulled my senses?
Out with it.
For Kalimdor.
Let's just focus down that.
For Kalimdor.
Okay.
Ashtherodanador.
So
It
one
shall be
negation
done.
and a scroll of healing is all we got from down there. So
Anudora. Let me pass. The Archdruid of the Moonglade demands passage. Anudora. Ashtherodanador.
mushrooms here. Send them in for us.
It shall be done.
Turn back.
Tangle the big guy.
You are unworthy to bask in the Bear God's presence.
Bear gods.
Cyclone that guy.
Out with it.
Ashtherodanador.
Is there trouble? Gladly.
Press the attack!
For Kalimdor.
Inventory is full.
Anudora.
Are we being invaded?
Torfala Nordora.
What's down here?
Perhaps the creature was referring to the sleeping druids of the Claw. But why would he call them bear gods when they appear as I do? For Kalimdor.
Hi! I'm game. For the trees.
It shall be done. Anudora. Ashtherodanador.
Might as well max out on mana while we're here. Alrighty.
For Kalimdor, Ashtherodanador,
What else do we have to look at? Ironwood Branch.
Anudora. It shall be done. Anudora. It shall be done.
Okay. Oh,
Foul
dragons.
spawn of Deathwing. I should have known that you loathsome beasts would take refuge within the flames of the earth.
So Deathwing is a character that's not mentioned very much in Warcraft 3. I'm not sure. I haven't played 1 or 2, so I'm not sure if he has any references in those. Deathwing is the main antagonist of World of Warcraft expansion Cataclysm. He is the leader of the Black Dragonflight and the ruler of Earth. I guess we can talk about that here. Dragons don't play a significant role in Warcraft 3. But,
Ashtherodanador.
there are certain primal dragons that have dominion over certain aspects.
It shall be
so
done.
You have Alexstrasza is the aspect of life, and she's the leader of the Red Dragonflight. Isira is aspect of dreams.
What threatens
I
these
think
lands?
dreams and nature, it falls under her domain.
Anudora.
And she is the leader of the Green Dragonflight. You have Nozdormu, leader of the Bronze Dragonflight. He's the aspect of time. Malagos is the aspect of magic, Blue Dragonflight.
Ah, the Druids of the Claw are awake already. Come, my brothers, we have much to do. What in the... They have lost themselves to their animal aspects. They're mindless and feral.
In the Raven's name.
The horn's call might work, but it would reach only a few of them in this part of the cavern.
And then, of course, okay, so where do we leave off? Malagos, leader of the Blue Dragonfly, he's the aspect of magic. And
The land and I are one.
I think, what was his? Neltharion, also known as Deathwing, is the leader of the Black Dragons, and he is the aspect of Earth.
Anudora.
Neltharion
I am prepared.
It shall
went a
be
bit
done.
insane at some point.
For Kalimdor,
Fell under
Ashtherodanador.
the influence of these beings called the Old Gods, and
It shall be done.
Especially in World of Warcraft, we've in recent expansions we've dealt with them more in
For
more direct ways.
Kalimdor.
But that's a whole can of lore that I don't have the time nor am qualified to talk about, really. It's like everything that happens in World of Warcraft somehow links back to the Old Gods. So they're the
Ashtherodanador.
quote-unquote big baddies, although in recent explorations that they've done in expansions between the Void Gods and the aspects of lights,
It shall be done.
It's not as black and white as what we had originally thought it was. So what do we have to do now? Bring Malfurion to the cave's center. Circle of power. All druids of the claw must survive, and Malfurion must survive. So we have to make our way through the bears without killing them.
For my brothers.
So I'm going to keep the druids of the Talon on close. As soon as this guy walks by, we're going to sneak past him. We do have some
That's
snakes
a given.
over there. Or, not snakes, spiders. That's the word.
It has begun. No one shall be the wiser. For my brothers. No one shall be the wiser. That's a given. In the Raven's name. It has begun. That's a given. For my brothers. No one shall be the wiser. Make your peace. It has begun. It has begun.
Just deal with these spiders real quick. Sorry, I went quiet. I was trying to keep time. Or
No
how many
one shall be
seconds
the
I had
wiser.
cycling. What are we talking about? But yeah, the war between light and dark, neither side is really good or evil per se. The Void Gods have been portrayed as evil. Oh, I can hardly say portrayed. They have been
For
very
Kalimdor,
actively working
it shall be
towards
done.
something that seems to be in our detriment, but
Ashtherodanador.
in recent events we see that the light has very similar motives as seen with the light
Anudora.
bound in the
It shall be done.
that's gonna be a weird thing to get into. Essentially, there's an expansion to the Warlords of Draenor in World of Warcraft where we defeat the Burning Legion, like, completely in Draenor. But it's, they do some weird time travel / alternate universe shenanigans, so it's not the Draenor that leads up to the events in Warcraft.
For Kalimdor.
But the Burning Legion... Sorry, I'm trying to coordinate my thoughts here. It's
Press the attack.
It's weird. The Burning Legion, the members of it, like the main antagonists of it are absolute beings, I guess would be the way to describe them. They exist in all times.
It shall be done.
Like, they are the only ones of them.
For Kalimdor.
Draenor, like the Orcish warlords and characters that we go back in time to meet, they develop differently because of our intervention, so they're not technically the exact same ones that we grow up with.
Shanto Stormrage. I don't know what came over us. It's been so long since we remembered who we were.
All is well, Theroshan. I have need of you and your mighty brethren once again. After these many ages, the Burning Legion has returned, and only our combined strength can drive them back.
Then we druids of the Claw are yours to command, Shanto Stormrage.
I cannot go back.
Your quest is foolhardy. Even your goddess has condemned the one you seek to free.
Okay, so to wrap up really quick, when the Legion was defeated on the alternate Draenor, the followers of the Naru, the light gods essentially,
So be it.
didn't have their ancient enemy to fight. So they ended up, under the direction of the Naru, they ended up turning to converting anyone who was left over into followers of the light, kind of against their will. So, yeah, Light's really just out to further its influence, just kind of like the Void Lords are.
So be it.
Regardless of a moral. Anyways,
As
getting back to what's happening
wills.
here. And then, no, well, sort of. The Druids of the Claw, or essentially what happened is, when you shapeshift into an animal, you have to take on the mentality of the animal. Like, you
As
still
the
retain your
goddess wills.
personality, but you have to really understand the instincts and
Kalimdor.
mentality of the animal in order to shapeshift into them. And a danger of that is, if you stay in the animal
Kalimdor.
form for too long, you end up
In the name of Cenarius.
becoming, like, the animal side starts taking over, you start succumbing more to base instincts, and
So be it.
you can start to lose some of your higher
Anudora.
thoughts and humanity along with it.
In the name of Cenarius.
And this is a concept that was
Thy
also
enemy.
explored in events pertaining to the Scythe of Elune, which is a
So be it.
druidic, I guess, artifact. That's...
Kalimdor.
I'm not sure the
Anudora.
specifics behind it, but every time it shows up, its main property, I guess, would be it summons Worgen, which I'm unsure of whether they are like
As the
ultra-dimensional
goddess
things from a different world or what specifically that entails. Let's not
Thy
have an archer on
enemy.
the front line, please.
Point the way.
Say no more.
Not have an
Someone
archer on the
threatens
front
the
line,
wilds.
please.
So be it.
Speak your mind. In position.
Sorry, I don't know why they refused
Someone
to
threatens the
get in
wild.
position.
As the goddess
Anyways,
wills. Immediately.
but
By Elune.
essentially it summons werewolves. Whether the werewolves are native to a
Immediately.
different world or another plane of existence, or if they are just
In the
a
name of
creation
Cenarius.
of a loon, I am unsure. Please,
I
archers, be
swear
Revenge.
Alternating.
But that brings us into, I think it's the Druids of the Pack, which are druids that studied the aspects of wolves and eventually could transform into wolves. But there's a danger with the wolf form and the pack mentality that druids
So
who
be it.
practice it are almost guaranteed to go
Kalimdor.
feral very quickly. So it is a banned
By
practice
Elune.
within Cenarius' druids.
As the goddess wills.
At least as my understanding of it goes. Let's just remember healing words are here.
By
We just come back
Elune.
to it. We don't have to carry it with us.
So be it. As the goddess wills.
They both serve the power to open these gates.
Ashrathoraman.
Is that activated or?
Waiting on you.
She
Fair
has
enough.
sand
The
in it?
goddess calls.
Yes,
Immediately.
that's done.
Immediately. As
So
the
now we
goddess
are
wills.
in Illidan's prison, one of the warden's cells. Wardens
be
is
it.
a faction of night elves. They are, well, wardens. They're jailors.
By Elune.
And Illidan, being such a dangerous
By
entity,
Elune.
was sentenced to
As the goddess wills.
a lifetime in here, essentially.
The goddess calls. Immediately.
But being that night elves are immortal, he's just was left here to
So
rot
be it.
under the watch of the wardens.
Anudora.
Which we'll get more into wardens in the Frozen Throne campaign. They do get some unique models because we don't see these units pop up within our arsenal. Maybe it's the Huntresses.
Immediately.
I don't have a lot of utility involved with
By Elune.
my current loadout.
So be it.
Okay, doors open.
As the goddess wills.
Would it be worth what's in here?
In the name of Cenarius.
Ashrathoraman.
Yes, please.
By Elune. I heed the voice of Elune. As the
And it would
goddess
seem that
wills.
other people have been imprisoned here as well.
So be it.
I would imagine that you'd have to do something pretty
Immediately.
despicable to be sentenced here, it being that this is where
By
they're
Elune.
holding Illidan. I'm assuming it is the maximum security that they have available.
As the goddess wills.
Though I'm not sure how many Warden strongholds there are
So be it.
in Kalimdor.
Immediately.
'Cause we do have one in, where is it? I think it's
By
Zuna.
Elune. So
In
be
the
it.
Broken Isles. Which we'll get to
As
see.
the goddess
get to go into that a
wills.
little bit later. Hello.
Someone threatens
This
the
is
wilds.
interesting. So these are Blood Elf models, but they don't have any glowing eyes. Which... The only other elves... Because I don't think that the Blood Elves have made it to this area yet, so the only ones that would have a reason to be here would be the Highborn, which are, well, Night Elf,
Someone
the original
threatens the
Night Elves. They
wilds.
were,
Immediately.
the Night Elves were once originally a
As
very,
the
like,
goddess
arcane
wills.
sorcery-heavy civilization under the leadership of, what's her name? Ashara.
Make it
Queen
fast.
Ashara was Queen of the Night Elves. She was actually probably the most powerful sorceress to have
Kalimdor.
exists / currently exists.
Immediately.
Anudora.
She's a very arrogant queen. Very vain, very arrogant, but also
So be
very
it.
smart, very cunning. And again, very powerful as a sorceress. So, essentially, like, her own pride and her deals with the Burning Legion led... Can I break this? Tome of Knowledge.
Immediately.
It led to the collapse of the Night Elf civilization. And in retaliation
As
to
the goddess wills.
the abuse of magic, or the abuse of arcane magic and
So
such,
be it.
then the resurfacing Night Elf civilization that survived
So be
that
it.
catastrophe banned arcane practices. So Night Elf sorcerers were
As the goddess
expelled from
wills.
society, and then they turned to druidic practices
By Elune.
and, you know, nature magics. Kind of devoted themselves to maintaining the balance of the world.
By Elune.
So it's interesting that elven mages would exist down here.
So be it.
It's not like they were locked up per se, but they seem to have been practicing down here. Which maybe the wardens
the
aren't
goddess
technically part of a
wills.
Tyrande's
Immediately.
nation, I guess.
In the name of Cenarius.
I'm not sure if
Immediately.
I'm not sure if they're supposed to answer
So
to
be
her,
it.
is what I'm getting at, because I'm pretty sure Tyrande is the current leader of the Darnassian Night
Elune.
Elves. Although Darnassus doesn't exist yet, I don't think.
As the goddess wills. By
So many
Elune.
places to go. She's asleep.
On your mark. Done. Done.
Everyone hide.
The
Everyone
goddess
hide.
calls.
Will they go back to sleep?
Your move.
What's in here?
Fair enough.
A cache of the Watcher's weapons. These should help us considerably.
Will they? Oh, okay. So just upgrade our huntresses, which we
I
don't
heed
have.
the voice of Elune.
Waiting on you.
Anyways, let's get Tyrande down there to tank this for us.
As the goddess wills. I heed the voice of
On
Elune.
your mark.
Induli Reka.
Anudora.
So be it.
Standing guard.
Do we always have those guys sitting there?
The goddess calls.
And I guess it's worth mentioning that, yes, Tyrande's and the
Immediately.
Darnassian, the Sentinels, the Darnassian Night Elves, are
So be it.
technically an offshoot of the Night Elves.
By Elune.
Another faction that survived Ashar's calamity was the Nightborn, which is the Night Elves that stayed within Suramar, which is I believe, the Night Elf capital.
Death to the intruders.
So be it.
Make it fast.
Someone thickens the wires. By Elune.
And the Nightborn, after the Well of Eternity fell, they ended up, I
As the
believe,
goddess
creating their
wills.
own magic source that
Immediately.
is called the Night Well,
Immediately.
and it changes them a bit, so they're not Night Elves that we see here, but they
So
are
be it.
more in line to what we would expect the Dark Elves to embody based on other other fantasy genres. But they're very much still arcane-based society.
By Elune.
It's actually pretty impressive that they're able to pull off. They
Someone
dabble
thickens the
heavily
wires.
in like temporal and spatial
As
magics.
the goddess wills. By Elune.
Teleportation, things like that are very
As the goddess wills.
key practices for the elves of Suramar. So there are other night elves, but these are the only ones that we get to interact with, really. Are the Sentinels of Darnassus. I'm not even sure what to call
Immediately. Ashrathorama.
Tyrande's things yet, because I'm pretty sure Darnassus doesn't exist yet.
So be it.
In the name of
Because
Cenarius.
Teldrassil was
Anudora.
made in response to events that we haven't seen yet.
By Elune. As the goddess wills.
Okalamdor.
We actually got to see, when we were playing as Arthas and hunting down Sylvanas, she used Starfall briefly to, oh, I got a wolf. Loki.
The goddess calls.
Nice.
Anudora.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Alright.
So be it.
I can't get access to that life fountain out there.
By
unfortunately.
Elune. The Treants move to block my path. Only a powerful druid could command such creatures.
In the name of Cenarius.
I heed the voice of Elune. As the goddess
I
wills.
forget if I was talking about something before I stopped.
Immediately. Immediately. As the goddess
Oh yeah, Night
wills.
Elves. Oh, Fountain of Life.
So be
I'm
it.
going to get attacked, aren't I?
By Elune.
It is interesting that the power of druidic magic, there is no sunlight in this area, it would seem, as far as I know. But their magic can sustain trees in a place where there is no light. I'm just gonna sit here and let them rest. Yeah, the Nightborn, they've holed themselves up in their capital city. They have a giant magical dome that protected it from the calamity of the Great Sundering and, you know, other events that wrecked the outside world. I believe Jaina's people they're originally from the same area. They were under the leadership of Ajara, but being that they were stationed at places outside of Suramar, they ended up breaking off and migrating.
Okalamdor.
As the goddess wills.
Could be interesting. Yeah, make here.
Immediately.
Okalamdor. Anudora.
It is interesting seeing how far-reaching the Goblin
In the name
influence
of
is.
Cenarius.
They are strictly neutral a faction. They're just traveling merchants, but they seem to have
By Elune.
knowledge and access to places that
As the goddess
rest
wills.
of the known world has at least as far as the Eastern Kingdom's perspective, they have access to parts of the world that are very long forgotten. So it's no doubt they've had some run-ins with the Night Elves before. And we've already seen they have some workshops set up around here because we rented Zeppelins from them once, playing as Thrall.
So be it.
Okay, moving on.
By Elune.
And there's several factions of goblins. The ones that we play with in World of Warcraft, we're at as a racing cataclysm. I think it's the Bilgewater Cartel, because they're pretty much divided off into corporate societies, I guess would be the best way to describe it. Everything's very much high capitalism, but very cutthroat capitalism. Very shady business practices. Pretty much the goblin who has the most money is the goblin that's in charge, at least as far as the Bilgewater Cartel is concerned. Because they go into that in their starting zone experience, which I played through a couple times.
So be it.
I'm trying to remember the one that is more common that we interact with in World of Warcraft. Because the Bilgewater Cartel is separate from
as the
merchants
wills.
that we get to know in places like Moody Bay and Ratchet and Gadgeton.
By
Which I think
Elune.
those all might be different
By
factions as
Elune.
well.
Immediately.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
As the goddess wills.
Out the way. All too easy.
In the name of Cenarius.
Take him out! Take him out! Don't let him kill Loki. Loki, you go back to the fountain. Where's the fountain? Fountain? Fountain. Fountain. Get back to the fountain. Actually, everyone go back to the fountain. I'll just pilot Tyrande for a while.
Someone threatens the wild.
Everyone go to fountain. I will pilot
So be it.
There we go. I don't think they're
In
going
the
to
name of Cenarius. Anudora.
Immediately. So be it.
Okay. So I guess Big Bad Druid guy's gonna be
By
up here somewhere.
As the
So
goddess
I need to not
wills.
get trapped.
As the goddess wills.
There you are. Califax. So this is the Keeper of the Grove model that you get to play around with in custom games and versus. There is if you got the Spoils of War pack for this, which I do have, there's a skin for this hero that replaces it with a Nightmare Corrupted Cenarius. Which is interesting, but I do like the default. It would be neat if they added campaign heroes as skins for, reaching certain parts throughout the campaign
The
on
goddess
hard
calls.
mode. Because at the moment we just get like a profile portrait, but like having access to Tyrande as
Thoraman.
the Priestess of the Moon in custom games would be pretty neat. The same with Malfurion. I do have a Jaina Proudmoore skin, but it is the Jaina Proudmoore that we interact with in Battle for Azeroth. So she's like a good 20-ish years older than the Jaina we played with in
Someone threatens the wild.
the human campaign.
Immediately.
Hold, priestess. This place is forbidden, even to one such as you. There is a terrible evil here that must remain chained beneath the earth.
Illidan was considered a great hero once. I believe he will become one again.
Madness! You would doom us all by freeing the betrayer.
The Night Elves have a complicated opinion of Illidan, obviously. No, Loki! Loki's down.
So be it. Illidan, is that you?
Tyrande, it is your voice. After all these ages spent in darkness, your voice is like the pure light of the moon upon my mind.
The Legion has returned, Illidan. Your people have need of you once more.
Because I once cared for you, Tyrande, I will hunt down the demons. But I will never owe our people anything.
Then let us hurry back to the surface. The demon's corruption spreads with every second we waste.
It has been an eternity, brother. An eternity spent in darkness.
Illidan, you were sentenced to pay for your sins. Nothing more.
And who are you to judge me? We fought the demons side by side, if you recall.
Enough of this, both of you. What is done. My love, with Illidan's help, we will drive the demons back once again and save what is left of our beloved land.
Have you even considered the cost, Tyrande? This betrayer's aid may doom us all before the end. I will have nothing to do with this.
So yeah, that's Illidan. I forget what I was talking about. I know it had something to do with Oh yeah, Illidan's got a bit of complicated past. I'll just save that for next episode, because we're going to get to play around with him a little bit. Yeah, deep dive into, or I guess, crash course in history of Illidan 101 next time. I'm going to leave it here. Leave a like down below, or leave a like if you liked, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.